It just keeps getting better and better for Scottie Barnes. He has everybody talking about him, and he has been elevating his game to new heights. What's going on, everyone? My name is Luca Rosano, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Scottie Barnes, and we're going to be taking a closer look at his latest impressive run with the Toronto Raptors. Before we jump right into it, do me a solid favor, drop a like on the video. It helps the algorithm a ton. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Raptors content, plus turn on post notifications so you always stay notified anytime I drop a new video. I've been mixing in a lot of NBA coverage lately with my Raptors content as well, so if you want to check out some other storylines in the NBA, you can take a look back at some of my previous uploads, and also you can follow me on social media where we can keep the conversation rolling. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And lastly, today's video sponsor is Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's VAUGHAN is now open, so go watch a Raptors game there, go play some great games, go practice your jump shot, enjoy some good food at Dave & Buster's VAUGHAN. Dave & Buster's, the proud sponsor of the Luca Rosano YouTube channel. So let's talk about Scottie Barnes, and what we've seen from him since the AllStar break has been nothing short of spectacular. He keeps getting better, and the most remarkable part about his recent stretch is he has added that offensive punch to his game. He has really shouldered a lot of the offensive load, most notably with Fred VanVleet out of the lineup. And I'm just going to run you guys through Scottie Barnes' games since the All-Star break. And keep in mind, he is coming off winning the Rookie of the Month award in February. So yeah, let's get into the games. Against the Hornets, Barnes had 28 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Against the Hawks, it was his only off night, rare off night, a part of this stretch where he only had 6 points, 4 rebounds. Then against the Nets, this is where he truly showed that offensive punch to his game with Fred VanVleet out and OG Anunoby, of course. 28 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists. He shot 12 of 14 from the field and had 5 steals. He had everybody talking after that game. Then he played the Nets again, had another impressive outing, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and made a couple of big stops at the end, most notably that block in the fourth quarter. And then against the Pistons, he had 21, 10, and 2. Against the Magic, a little bit of a subpar game, 10 points, but he did have 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And then against the Cavaliers, as he went toe-to-toe with Evan Mobley, he had 19 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. And then most recently, in a win over the Spurs on Wednesday night, Scottie Barnes had 20 points and 8 rebounds, and he did most of his damage in the second half. This has been a great run from Scottie Barnes, and here are his numbers overall now of his rookie campaign. He's averaging 14.9 points, 7.6 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.8 blocks, and he's shooting the ball at 48.7% from the field, 30.6% from 3 in about 35.4 minutes per game. Scottie Barnes, when you see him out there, he has become such a mismatch for the opposing team. Few teams have the type of defenders and defense that can defend him, especially when he's going downhill with all that momentum. And then when teams sag off of him, giving him a look at that outside shot, he's repeatedly shown an ability to get inside again and fool teams with his unorthodox post moves. And just take last night, for example. After just taking 2 shots in the first half versus the Spurs, Barnes got to work early in the second half. He scored 12 of his 20 points in the third quarter alone, and he got deep into the paint, flicking the ball in with his impressive inside touch. And this is what Nick Nurse had to say about Scottie Barnes' performance. He's got a little bit of that herky-jerky rhythm to when he lets go of it down there. I think that's really the key. His release points are kind of different at different times, and I think he catches them. Even the bigger guys with their hands, they're not quite expecting him to shoot some of those. And those unorthodox moves make it hard for a defense to properly send help when Barnes has a smaller defender on him. I mean, Pirtle at 7'1" couldn't even figure out Scottie Barnes. He really confuses defenders. He'll take them all the way, or he'll stop 6 feet short, or 8 feet short, or 4 feet short, and he'll just let it go whenever it feels like he can get it off safely, Nurse added. So I think that's an interesting way of scoring when you're not really using the same exact footwork and rhythm every time. I think it makes it harder for those guys to challenge. And then Fred VanVleet also spoke highly about Barnes' overall growth after the game. And I quote, "He's just growing and getting better as the season goes on. and finding his spots. He stays engaged the entire game, and he was able to use his size to get some good looks in the second half. He's really a tough cover for pretty much anybody when he puts his head down and goes to the basket with his touch and his skill. Being able to shoot over guys, sometimes there's nothing you can do. He's going to keep growing as a young player who's figuring it out, but he's been really impressive. He gives us an extra notch when he's scoring the ball, and that can add to our offense. Again, these are the words from Fred VanVleet, who did return to action for the Raptors in Wednesday night's win over the Spurs. Scottie Barnes has the ability to get inside the paint either by backing down smaller defenders or by using his speed to charge into the heart of the defense. And then if nothing comes from that, he'll step out again, altering between facing up and backing down as he tries to fool his defender. And the one X factor, or make or break, if you will, of Barnes' game will be his ability to constantly hit the outside shot. And coming out of the draft, the knock against Scottie was his shooting. It was the one thing that he was missing, and to be fair, it is a pretty big deal. Jalen Suggs was considered to be the consensus pick for the Raptors at number 4, and he was popular at that time amongst fans because fans envisioned a VanVleet-Kyle Lowry type of duo in the lineup post-Kyle Lowry. But Scottie Barnes, he has been attempting about 2.6 threes per game. He's only making about 30.6% of those, and his form has been a little stiff, but shooting the shot is, of course, the first step. The mid-range, however, is there. He's shooting it at about 40.7%, including pull-ups and the rare post fade. If the three-pointers come, then you can start seeing that there really are no ceilings to Barnes' potential. And Scottie Barnes' breakout season, his first season in the NBA, it's been getting a lot of attention, and most recently got attention by Raptors legend Vince Carter. Prior to Sunday's contest against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Vince Carter hopped on the Sportsnet broadcast team with his former teammate Alvin Williams. And he had plenty of praise for the number 4 overall pick of the 2021 NBA draft. This is what he said. I like what he brings to the table. He's cool, calm, collected, loves to play the game. He's a young guy that seems like he's matured beyond his years, Carter continued. So that's a great thing. And he's being implemented into the system, playing a lot of minutes. So you have a star in the making already. That's coming from Vince Carter. That's some high praise, if you ask me. And the amazing part about Barnes is he's only 20 years old. He's so young. But more than not, he looks like a veteran out there on the floor. And despite that, he's been asked to do a lot this season. Barnes continues to answer the call on so many different occasions. Offensively, his game is blossoming right before our very eyes on a nightly basis, and we've seen that post AllStar break. And defensively, we already know he never backs down from any challenge. So just when it seemed that Evan Mobley was starting to run away with the Rookie of the Year award, Barnes has reminded everybody just how special he is, especially with his latest stretch of games. Scottie Barnes, to me, he's hitting a whole other level and then some. And it's remarkable to see that he's nowhere being done when it comes to how good he can become. And we are just witnessing what he has been doing, and it's only his first season in the NBA. Can you imagine once this guy has a few seasons under his belt, how good he can be? Again, he is only 20 years old. He is just starting to scratch the surface with this Raptors team and system. And I've been loving the fact that Barnes has been more aggressive offensively, and he has been doing a lot more on that side with guys like VanVleet and OG being out. So hopefully when the Raptors do return to full strength, Scottie Barnes can still have his when it comes to the offense on this team. What has your reaction been to Scottie Barnes overall, and especially these last couple of games and this last stretch of games from him? Scottie Barnes continues to make headlines, and he continues to be such a positive talking point amongst the Raptors fan base. So let me know what your thoughts have been about Scottie Barnes. Drop him in the comment section down below. I read all your comments. Again, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring the bell for more Raptors and NBA content. I recently dropped a video on Nikola Jokic talking about the incredible run he's been on. I mean, he's doing things that we have never seen before. You could go check out that video. And also, I talked about Scottie Barnes, Malachi Flynn, and Precious Achiuwa as a whole, as this Raptors young core has been very good. So you definitely want to check out that video as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. This is Luca Rosano signing off, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.